Tonight's bedtime bird is supposed to be feral pigeons, but I thought we would do the rock pigeon instead. Feral pigeons are commonly seen in gardens, often moving around in small flocks. Their wild ancestor, the rock dove, is now only found in coastal areas of Scotland and Northern Ireland, whilst the feral pigeon can be seen across the whole of the UK. Feral pigeons eat mostly grain and seeds, and will eat wildflower seeds. Their nest cavities in buildings, on ledges, and anywhere else that resembles the nooks and crannies in rocks' faces, favoured by their wild cousins. Their plumage varies widely from grey, black, and green, forms similar to the rock dove, to white birds and mixed of white, grey, and brown. Now this is the rock pigeon. A common sight in cities around the world, rock pigeons crowd streets and public squares, living on discarded food and offerings of birdseed. In addition to the typical blue-grey bird with two dark wing bars, you'll often see flocks with plain, spotted, pale, or rusty red birds in them. Introduced to North America from Europe in the early 1600s, city pigeons nest on buildings and window ledges. In the countryside, they can also nest on barns and grain towers, under bridges and unnatural cliffs. Time for some cool facts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them tonight. Pigeons can find their way home, even if released from a distant location blindfolded. They can navigate by sensing the Earth's magnetic fields, and perhaps also using their sound and smell. They can also use cues based on the position of the sun. Mesopotamian cuneiform tablets and Egyptian hieroglyphics suggest that pigeons were domesticated more than 5,000 years ago. The birds have such a long history with humans that it's impossible to tell where the species' original range was. Rock pigeons carried messages for the US Army Signal Corps during World War I and II, saving lives and providing vital strategic information. Charles Darwin kept pigeons for many years after returning from his 5-year-old voyage on the Beagle. His observations on the great variety of pigeon breeds and the huge differences found between captive breeds and wild pigeons helped him formulate some aspects of his theory of evolution. Pigeons come in many different shades and plumage. People have named some of the common forms, so keep an eye out for their varieties. The typical blue bar form a bluish-grey bird with 2 black bands on the wing and a black tip to the tail. A red bar version similarly marked but with rusty red replacing bluish-grey. Checker, birds that have spots on the wings. Spread, all black and all grey. Excuse me. Pied. God, I have a frog in my throat tonight. Birds of any colour that are splotched with white, and mostly red or mostly white forms. One domestic homing pigeon, a retired US Army Signal Corps bird named Levy, lived to be 31 years old. Feral pigeons have shorter life expectancies, averaging only 2 to 4 years. However, a Kansas bird was 6 years and 2 weeks old when it was recaptured and re-released. Find this bird. Look out for rock pigeons in urban parks and neighbourhoods, around farms and under highway or railroad bridges, and around tall rocky cliffs. Time for tonight's bird, so listen carefully. Wow. Cool. One more. That was the rock pigeon, tonight's bird. Now tomorrow's bird is a little interesting. Ooh, it's a jackdaw tomorrow. So be ready on that. That's all for today. See you soon. Bye.